All right, what's up, my friends? And we're back. The mic is actually on now. We're back from SCG Baltimore. Camp a little short. We lost playing for day 2. But obviously the Team BCW teams did great, which is really cool. Tan and Ross and Brennan lost in the finals again, which is still good. And Todd Stevens also top 4, I believe. So we're back. And been a crazy few weeks for me. I was at the house working on my new house for 5 days. In Roanoke for 2 days, record some versus videos. Look for those, I believe, this week on StarCityGames.com. And then I came home for a day and then right to Baltimore. But now we're home again, doing a little streaming. And I decided to have a little fun in the Legacy Classic yesterday. And brought the old boys out to play again. Little Legacy Goblins. I played a little bad. I punted round 1 against Burn. Then I won a few rounds. Then I lost to Reed Duke playing Elves in a circa 2011 feature match. And then I lost the combo once or twice later in the day. But it was fun. And I figured, you know what? I haven't done a actual like Goblin stream for my YouTube. I haven't done a Goblin stream in a while. So let's do it. We're going to play some Goblins. Classic Legacy Goblins. Hashtag no new friends. No new cards. I think the most recently printed card in this deck is probably Containment Priest. That's Avacyn Restored. It's probably Containment Priest, which is printed like, I don't know what, 3 years ago or something. So no new cards. Obviously, a few new Goblin cards have come out here and there. Goblin Chain Whirler, Krenko, but most of those cards kind of suck. So we're just running the OG. Pretty classic Goblins list. For those who are unfamiliar with the deck, Goblins has been played in many forms over the years, in Standard, Extended, and Legacy. Goblins was once one of the most feared decks in the format. Goblin Lackey was the terrifying turn 1 play. If your deck couldn't beat turn 1 Goblin Lackey, you could not play Legacy. And decks were going as far as playing cards like Bandage, one white, prevent 1 damage, draw card, to try and bridge themselves to a turn where they can deal with Goblin Lackey. At this time in Legacy, Lightning Bolt was there, but no Path, no Fatal Push. So yeah, turn 1 Goblin Lackey was the scourge of the format, if you can believe that. And over the years, Goblins got a little worse and a little worse and a little worse as the other decks got better. It's gotten to the point now where Goblins is, I don't want to say unplayable in Legacy, but you're handicapping yourself on power level. The deck used to be extremely good against every fair blue deck in the format. The fair blue decks couldn't keep up with your card advantage. Cavern of Souls also obviously made their counterspells worthless, and then you would just outdraw them. Goblin Ringleader and Goblin Matron. Goblin Ringleader is the cornerstone of a deck if you're unfamiliar. It's 2/2 for 4 with haste. Comes into play, flip your top 4 cards, and all the goblins go into your hands. So usually draws an average of 2 to 3 cards, which is pretty insane. Basically Factor Fiction on legs, and gets cost reduction with Goblin Warchief. You can find it with Goblin Matron. It's a goblin for your Goblin Piledriver. It's just a big pile of synergy. Goblin Matron, of course, can find any goblin in your deck. Usually finds Ringleader. This is the best Aether Vial deck ever. Not close. I know Aether Vial is good in humans and good in like Merfolk and some other decks in Modern.
I don't know about you,
but
I'm feeling 22.
Nice. Bach, resub. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Aether Vial in this deck is just off the charts. Because you have so much card advantage, you get to deploy your threats both quickly, but you never run out of gas. Most Vial decks, if they draw too many lands or they draw 2 Vials, the Vial kind of sucks. This deck, you never run out of gas. And one of the other most important parts of the Goblin deck is Rishadan Port. And, oh, Bach, Panda. What's up, Panda? Rishadan Port and Wasteland. So with Aether Vial, we can go turn 1 Aether Vial, turn 2 port you, and then still Vial on creatures. So similar to how Death and Taxes uses the deck in Legacy, uses the cards in Legacy, but they can't actually draw cards and we can. So we're much better Vial deck. A lot of the usual suspects here. We got Goblin Piledriver. A lot of his cards have been reprinted somewhat recently, and they're no longer very good because they really need all the pieces to work together. Piledriver, of course, but Piledriver kills very fast against combo decks. Warchief, still very, very good. Reducing the cost of your matrons, fast Piledrivers, Ringleaders, etc., etc. Then we have Mogg War Marshal, which is surprisingly one of the best cards in the deck. It's a card that gets you off the ground. Just putting a number of goblins in play for a cheap mana cost is excellent. It's a creature, so its cost is reduced by Goblin Warchief. The tokens help power up your Gempalm Incinerator, which is a goblin you almost never cast. 2 mana to cycle it. Deal X damage to a creature, where X is the number of goblins in the battlefield, and draw a card. Basically ends up being a cantripping Terminate, which is awesome. And you can find it with Matron, get it with Ringleader. All the cards just really work together greatly. The problem is that the individual power of cards in the format has gone up so much that you're working really hard to barely beat the individual power level of cards like Deathrite Shaman and stuff. We have 2 Tarfire as a respected Deathrite Shaman. Deathrite Shaman being a 1/2, huge thorn in the back of his deck. Used to be if your opponent played a Birds of Paradise or a Llanowar Elf or some sort of turn 1 accelerator, and you played a Lackey, you could just attack into it. And they would either trade, which is fine for you, or let it through, which is also good. Deathrite being a 1/2 is just crazy frustrating. But a few more tutor targets here. We have Tin Street Hooligan, which is a great answer to Umezawa's Jit and other Jit and other artifacts. Goblin Sharpshooter, you can do some filthy stuff with this card. It mows down 1/1s, but also just kills creatures by the dozens in any creature matchup. And we have 1 Siege Gang for late game stuff. And just basically the deck hasn't changed much, as there really isn't any reason to change it, because a lot of the cards you would add aren't very good. Some people play Krenko. I think it's a win more card. I think that if you have Krenko, when you're losing, it's terrible. When you're winning, you're already winning. And Siege Gang's a better top-end card. No Tuk Scrapper because Tin Street Hooligan is better. No Goblin Chain Whirler. It's too hard to cash with your 4 ports and 4 wastelands. Excuse me. No Goblin Chieftain because the cost reduction part is the important part of Goblin Warchief. This is not a Merfolk deck. This is not a tribal deck in the sense that we're trying to just play lords and kill people. This is definitely a card advantage board control deck. Somewhat similar to those who are not familiar with Legacy. If you've played Zombies in Standard in the last year, Zombies in Standard was actually very similar to this deck. Crypt Breaker was your card draw engine. You had removal spells like Dark Salvation, where you play this sort of board control, kill your stuff, play more zombies, kill your stuff, play more zombies, kill your stuff, play more zombies, then overrun you kind of strategy. And Goblins is very similar to that, which is why I really enjoyed that zombie deck. So, Sideboard tries to shore up our weaknesses. Big weakness of Goblins is combo decks. Without Force of Will or things of that nature. Spell-based combo and Graveyard-based combo does a pretty good job against us. The sideboard that we have Thalia, Garden of Thraben, in the sideboard as our big anti-storm card. Some Goblin decks try to play this card main. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be playing non-Goblins in your deck. Also, you don't really want to fetch any dual lands typically in your game 1 scenarios because Wasteland is actually good against us. It's important for us to make our land drops and cast our spells. So having to preemptively fetch a Plateau in pre-board matchups where Wasteland is prevalent, not good. So wouldn't main deck Thalia, but very good in the sideboard against spell-based combo. Containment Priest, very good in the sideboard against Show and Tell and Reanimator decks. Also good against Elves. Dealing with Green Sun Zenith and Natural Order, things of that nature. Good against Dredge also. Dredge can't beat this card. So very, very nice sideboard card to have. Mindbreak Trap, a little extra ammo against spell-based combo because they're so good against you. And any turn 1 or turn 2 deck is going to beat you because you just can't really set up before then. Pyrokinesis, this card's insane. If you've never seen this card cast, whoa boy, you're in for a treat. Against any creature deck, this card is the red Force of Will. pitch a red card, deal 4 damage any way you want. So kill your Stoneforge Mystic and your Mother of Runes and your Phyrexian Revoker. Or kill your Delver of Secrets and your Deathrite Shaman and your Young Pyromancer. This card's really, really good. And it's good for us because we can recoup the card advantage easily with Matron or Ringleader. So really powerful card. Extra Tin Street Hooligan for artifact matchups and like equipment-based matchups. 1 Stingscourger. This is not a main deck card. This is a card that's good against decks like Sneak and Show and Reanimator as a way to answer their large threats. And we have 3 Relics as our graveyard hate card of choice. It's a little slow, but good against Tarmogoyf decks and graveyard decks alike. So that's the list. Hasn't changed too much in the last, say, 5 years. But there are other ways to build the deck. I think that I've talked about trying to go the Chromox route, like I used to play in Extended, as a way to speed the deck up as an option, because it definitely is a little slow at the moment compared to some of the other decks in Legacy. But yeah, that's the list. So we're going to jump right in. Chat's going nuts here. Let me answer some of your questions while I get this league loaded up. Let's see what we got here. And like I said, I did play this list on Sunday at the Classic. I guess that was yesterday in Baltimore. I went 4-4, but I punted against Burn, and then I lost to Reed Duke playing Elves. I think I also screwed up. Then I lost the last 2 rounds against like Reanimator and Show and Tell, which are really bad matchups. So, what's up, friends in chat? Panda with a resub, thank you. Back from South Carolina. Yeah, I'm back for a bit. I was in South Carolina last weekend for about 5 days working on the house. Came home, or stopped in Roanoke for 2 days to record Versus videos. I was home on Thursday, Friday in Baltimore, and I got home from Baltimore last night. So, no recruiter, correct. Why are we playing Legacy? Why not? It's fun. Mogg Catcher is not for this deck. Card's way too expensive. Changes to Miracles? I don't think so. Dampening Sphere? That's actually a pretty interesting one. Dampening Sphere for Storm. Thalia is pretty good too, though. But, Ryan says, long-time viewer, first-time chat. You've been in chat before, Ryan. Tetsuko? That's the 1-3? Alright, so one of the things about Goblins and Legacy is you really want your hands to be good. Deck mulligans very, very well with all the card advantage. You usually want to have a Lackey or a Vial in your opener to get things rolling. Thanks for following. We have a Lackey here, but we're on the draw. On the draw with no removal spells, Lackey is almost never going to get through. And this hand's a little too fair. You don't want to just like play Piledriver on 2 and Warchief on 3. Doesn't really get you anywhere. So we're going to mulligan this hand. I know this hand looks fine. On the play, I would keep it. On the draw, we're going to mulligan. A little too clunky here and not enough lands. If this was a mountain, I might be a little more inclined to keep so we couldn't get wastelanded. But I think we're going to mulligan here. Like I said, Lackey on the draw without removal is unlikely to connect. So again, that mulligan looks weird if you've never played the deck before, but that's kind of how you have to play this deck. And this hand is better. It's subjectively worse in that we have 4 lands, but we have a Vial and Ports and a Cavern. We're a little more set to get off the ground here with a good scry. So Ringleader will go on top. If our opponent's playing an unfair deck, we're going to lose. That's sort of what you need to accept in game 1s with this deck. What's up, Zao and Bomb? If you folks are tuning in, welcome to the stream. YouTube channel's going great. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you do. You can also see my tagline on the top here. I mentioned a new game called Forsaken Forest. Excuse me. A buddy of mine, Alec Nesden, has been working really, really hard this game for 2 years. I'm going to talk about it later and show a video for it later. Oh, God. All right, we're just going to die on turn 1. So it doesn't matter what we did, actually. We're just dying on turn 1. So whenever you don't play Force of Will in Legacy, this can obviously happen to you. So what are you going to do? Gives me time to talk to you fine folks in chat. So happy to be home. I'll be doing some streams later in the week. I have a stream set up on Thursday and Friday for my subscriber Amalek, who has put in a big donation. I'm playing 12 hours of Esper Control in Modern. It's going to be split up over Thursday and Friday night. from 6 p.m. to midnight both days. Esper Control, up the wazoo. And one of those leagues will go up on YouTube as well. So that's going to be Thursday and Friday. I'm going to stream during the day a little bit also as well. Curiosity, first sub of the stream. What's up, my friend? What's your name? Where you from? How long you been playing Magic? Favorite card of all time? Favorite deck of all time? Most important, what's your name? Where you from? You can see before they probe me. What's your name? Where you from? How long you been playing Magic? Favorite card of all time? Favorite deck of all time? Most important, what's your name? Where you from? And what do you want to name Nicole's puppy? We get 1,000 subs, we get Nicole a puppy. So. Goldberg, what? Confirmation from Wizards that Burns' eating habits are healthy? Explain. Alright, so we got turn 1. That wasn't very fun. What are you going to do? So, sideboard against Storm, Mindbreak Traps, Thalias, and the Relics. We do have a lot of tools post-board. Unfortunately, our tools aren't very fast. If they turn 1 us, our only recourse is Mindbreak Trap. But, yeah. Yes, if you just tuned in, we just got turn 1. I had fun. Hopefully you had fun too. And then in these matchups, we cut 3 of our Ringleaders, because it's no longer about card advantage. We cut all of our Gempalms. We leave a Sharpshooter, actually, because they have Empty the Warrens. We cut the 2 Tarfires. And that'll do it. Goldberg, can you tweet that to me? That's pretty funny. So apparently Wizards had an article recently saying cards are non-toxic. You can actually eat them and it's safe. And Burnsy doesn't eat cards. He just chews on them. So even if they were toxic to eat, he'd be fine. But that's pretty funny. I like that. And Curiosity is Ryan from Illinois. Playing since Battle for Zendikar. Favorite card is Wormcoil. Favorite deck is Jund. That's weird that your favorite deck is Jund, but your favorite card is Wormcoil, because Wormcoil is so good against Jund. But Ryan, thanks my friend. I appreciate it. And Karn is the front runner for the name. So we're sideboard out all of our card advantage and removal and bring in our hate cards. And we're going to mulligan really, really, really aggressively. Relic may not be insane, but it's still good. It's better than Gempalm Incinerator. So. Alright, so this hand's a little awkward. But it has a Relic and a Thalia. This is Nilla. Resub, 5 months. Show some love. Vial is not great in this matchup, especially on the draw, because it's too slow usually. But I think here it's fine. We get to go turn 1 Vial, turn 2 Relic, end step Lackey. Hopefully play a Thalia. We can also Vial it in too. We're going to keep this in. If we had a better payoff than Warchief, I might go Lackey on 1. But I think we can afford to just wait. Also, we have no way to put Thalia in play except for Vial, so we're gonna wait. And Relic should slow them down enough. They turn 1 us again. Again, God bless them, you know? A bit of a love-hate relationship? Yeah, I can see that. Goblins. So yeah, opponents gotta see our hand. If they have a therapy, it's annoying. We do have, we could draw a fetch land or a Cavern of Souls and be able to just cast Thalia. So we have 2 hate pieces. So if they have a therapy, they can only take 1. So, or we'll just turn 1 us again. Sure, why not? Good way to start the stream. How y'all doing? We're just getting turn 1'd over and over again. I mean, we can't ever beat turn 1 anyway. And, without Mindbreak Trap. And turn 2 Relic. It's fine, but alright, so it looks like they're going to cast Ad Nauseam with no mana floating. So they could theoretically fizzle. But probably not. No, he doesn't swallow anything. He just shreds it. When Burnsy chews on cards, he's essentially just shredding them. I can give Burnsy a card now. We're waiting for this Storm player to go off. Here, Burnsy. Have an ugly Skirk Prospector. Yeah, you. They see you. Get it. Get the ugly Skirk Prospector. No, lunch? Getting lunch instead? Alright, fine. I mean, if this is Nilla, again, Relic is still better than Gempalm Incinerator. So. Harp, go nuts. Just ask it now. So yeah, pretty fun way to start the stream. This is why Force of Will is an important card in Legacy, because without Force of Will, there'd be a lot of decks doing this. They hit empty, but I imagine they're trying to kill us. I haven't actually looked at their cards yet. Did they Burning Wish? Yeah, we're just dead. I think Affinity is good right now. I assume you mean in Modern. Affinity seems fine in Modern. Most decks are fine in Modern. Nothing's actually good in Modern, but. Alright. Well, hopefully you all had fun. Get turn 1, 2 games in a row by storm. Welcome back to Goblins. Affinity is definitely a solid deck choice in Modern, yes. Alright, so if you're tuning in, welcome to the stream. We're taking it back a little bit. We're playing some Goblins. I put this deck in the Classic yesterday. I didn't do great, but I punted around. I lost to Reed Duke playing Elves, and then I lost a combo twice in round 7 and 8. I was doing fine for a while. I was like 4-1 or something, but 4-1, lost to Reed, and then just like lost the last 2 rounds to Sneak and Show and Reanimator, which are both very different. I mean, Sneak and Show's hard. Reanimator's almost unwinnable. So. Harp says, people are sleeping on black-red aggro. In Standard, I assume. How important do I think Karn is? Second and third place lists run wildly different amounts in the Classic. I mean, and Dan Jessup played black-red aggro on my team this weekend with 0 Karns. I don't think Karn's a card you necessarily want for that deck, but I haven't seen the decks yet, so. How's my Miracles deck? Koval won the Classic with it, like my specific list. I went, I think, 6-3 in matches. I lost, like, to Sneak and Show one round. Like, I mulliganed to 5 in game 3 and lost kind of a stinky one. And then I lost to this 4-color Ancestral Visions, Bloodbraid Elf, Shardless Agent, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Liliana, Leovold, 4-color pile of cards that could never beat a combo deck. Probably couldn't even beat Delver in a million years, but I could never beat. So Brian Koval won the. Yeah, Brian Koval played almost my exact list and won the Classic. Well, that's sweet. Also on StarCityGames.com today, check out Versus Series. I said Versus Series. Me and Brad Nelson. There you go. Wizards. No spoilers, but check it out, StarCityGames.com. Every day this week, me versus Brad on the Versus Series. I stopped there on the way home from my house last week to record them, and now they're up. Check them out. All right. Round 2 on the draw again. This hand is fine. It's not exceptional, but it's fine. Is Karn the new Gideon Al Zendikar? I think they're similar, but it's not nearly as good or punishing. The 4C deck is called Waterfalls. Yeah, well, I could never beat it. And then, oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, it's like a Blood Moon deck or something. No, white? White? What? Turn 1 Lodestone Golem. Never mind. We're good. We're going to do just fine here. How about turn 1 Aether Vial? Looking for an artifact to play? Wouldn't mind drawing a mountain here. Okay. Hi. There's an artifact spell. Right. Karn is like much, much more beatable. Alright, I mean, they have a 4-turn clock. Mogg War Marshal Mox Opal. In 2 turns is 2 blocks, so, or I mean a block and then more blocks and stuff. I think we're going to be fine here. Yeah, I also thought that it was going to be a Thought-Knot Seer. Thank God it wasn't Entomb, Reanimate, Grizzlebrand, kill us. This is a second Lodestone Golem. We still have a chance. What's up, Composite? Welcome, friends, if you're just tuning in. Hanger back on 2. Cool. We can do this. That's pretty good. They only have 1 card left. They go for a double attack. We get to put Lackey in, which is nice. Alright. I guess Cavern is a little more valuable. So Taiga has the upside of being able to cycle Gempalm, which Cavern of Souls can't. Cavern of Souls can push through a Chalice, but that's not going to matter, really, probably. So we'll just play this. So Goblin. Just going to play another Vial. Could port them, but getting these Vials in place seems pretty important. What's up, Lord Draken? So, without a big finish here, once we get rolling, we should be fine. Like, we're not going to die to a 5/3 ground creature. And unless they have a way to pop their hanger back, that's not really going to matter either. So, we should be in good shape. More stuff? Vault Scourge? Okay, so this is some sort of like weird affinity deck, I guess. So I guess Arcbound Ravager will be very good against us, so... I mean... Rishadan Port or Wasteland should be pretty great. So we're going to Vial and Lackey. We're just going to attack with it and make them trade with the Vault Scourge. I think it's fine. I guess we could have theoretically put the Prospector in and then like tried to get them next turn with Lackey. We have nothing really good to put in anyway. So I don't mind just making a trade here. You could have done that maybe. It's nice to be sneaky sometimes with your Vials and Lackeys and not just play it out and try and like get them. Alright, Vials go to 1 and 2. And now we're in pretty good shape. Opponent's going very, very slow. Flame of Kells? No. No new cards. Hashtag no new friends. Hashtag no new cards. Alright, so yeah, we're trying to attack. Like, we're not really at the point where... They're not blocking? Wow. That's kind of weird. I guess the flyer is somewhat relevant. Alright. It's kind of shitty because we don't have anything great to put in play, but... So, we're going to need a little bit of help here. A Matron, a Ringleader, a Gempalm, something. Yeah, everything's on the Vials. We're going to say go. Upkeep port them. What's up, Goblin Warchief 90? Yeah, we're playing some Goblins. Little Goblins. Got turn 1 by Storm in the first round. 2 games in a row. That was fun. Welcome back to playing Goblins, you know? Wasteland, sure. So this is... We get to Wasteland, they're a city trader. They're a city of traders, basically. If they Wasteland us, it's great, because we have plenty of lands and Vials, so... Our big concern here is just finding some sort of payoff. Like we're set up pretty well, but we still need some help. Yeah, we don't need to block Hangerback Walker yet. We're just going to chump block the Lodestone Golem. I guess we could just kill it. We could put Prospector in and just trade 3 things for 1 for the Lodestone. As opposed to chumping it. That does kind of cut down our Goblin count a little bit. I mean, we need to really... We need to answer the Hangerback, and then eventually the tokens. A Sharpshooter will clean all this stuff up really, really easily. We need to obviously find that to get to that point. Yeah, I think we can just actually make some blocks. Well, I guess if we have one Sharpshooter going, we should keep our Prospector. I'll just jump. I think we're just going to jump for this turn. Get a little better info on what we want to do. Goblins is definitely a very grindy deck. It's a deck that can kill quickly, but it's mostly a slow deck. People tend to misconstrue it as like an aggressive deck. It's not what it is at all. It's not a typical red deck in any way. So you basically just don't want them to play Arcbound Ravager. And with our port, we should be able to keep them off mana for a bit. Never mind. That works for me. So actually, like if I could have Rishadan ported to Wasteland their Wasteland, I would do that. So the fact that they're doing it to us is actually pretty great. Fisher President says, I thought you thought Aether Vial was a bad card, or is that only in Modern? I think that the only good Aether Vial deck, or the only deck where Aether Vial is like busted, is Goblins. It's fine in Humans, it's like fine in Merfolk, in Modern, but for the most part, it's just requires a lot of circumstances to why it should be good. I wrote an article about it a while ago. You can look it up. Spell? No. So this is a spot where we are just going to need to do something. we need some help here, obviously. We need to draw some sort of a spell. Ringleader, Gempalm, Matron, Siege Gang, something. We get to... We're going to block, triple block the Lodestone with the 2 Goblins and the Lackey next turn. And I guess take 3. I don't know if we can do that. I might need to block the Hangerback too. This kind of sucks. We just need to draw a spell. Alright, that's fine. What's up, Ken? That's right. I'll be on the Versus series all week this week against Brad Nelson. Check it out, starcitygames.com. Goblins in Modern, none of the good Goblin cards exist in Modern. Like Ringleader, Gempalm, or Matron, the cards I want to draw. Therefore, Goblins in Modern is basically just like a one-dimensional 8-whack deck. This is kind of a weird attack. I feel like just attacking with Hangerback Walker here. Like attack with everything, honestly. Like, I have very bad blocks. They attack with everything. Maybe they're scared of my Vial.
What the hell is that?
I'm pretty happy about that. Because all we need is time to draw our good cards. And our opponent is now giving it to us. So. Sweet. So now we're online. So now we're just going to fire away here. We're going to... I don't think we need to fetch first. Just going to fire away. I could always get Sharpshooter, actually. I could just Matron for Sharpshooter. that would kill actual everything. It's almost always right to just go for Ringleader and just try and grind. Like, a lot of playing Goblins is just having faith in your Ringleaders and, like, not going for the answer you need at the time. Just getting Ringleader and letting it draw you more cards so you find the answer and have more cards. Like, for example, getting Gempalm in the spot would never be correct. You have to just have faith that your Ringleader will find you good answers. But given how good Sharpshooter is on this board, I think I might actually just want to get it. I would get a Matron and then a Sharpshooter, like Matron for Matron and then get Sharpshooter. Because Sharpshooter will literally kill everything. I can kill Vault Scourge, Hangerback, the tokens, the Lodestone Golem. Yeah. Okay, I think we're just going to get Matron and get Matron for Matron for Sharpshooter. Just to get the extra Goblin in play. What? Why is this not working? Oh, the Lodestone Golem is in play. Oh, I screwed up. I didn't account for that because we haven't used that at all. I just screwed up really bad. All right. We haven't actually cast a spell this game, so I didn't even notice. Okay. So I should have gotten the Sharpshooter, obviously. That was stupid. Okay. One of the things when you make a mistake is now you're in a new game state and you need to figure out what your new plan is based on the current game state that you're now in after your mistake. So getting Sharpshooter is no longer an effective path. You have to pay 3 for the Matron. We have to sack 2 Goblins to cast the Sharpshooter, and now we have a Sharpshooter in play with with less Goblins, so we can't shoot as well. We'll have to sacrifice 3 Goblins to kill anything. We sacrifice Lackey, Matron. So we're going to end up with a Sharpshooter, a Prospector, and a Warchief in play. And probably unable to deal with a follow-up. It's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad mistake. Does our opponent's deck play any removal? I'm not terribly familiar with it. Yeah, I want to use the ability. So our options are get a Ringleader and just keep going. I mean, Ringleader, like, almost every hit is good, but now we're at 3. Yeah, let's get the Sharpshooter. We wasted a mana. Whatever. We die to a lot of things otherwise, so they have Dismember, God bless them, I guess. I mean, honestly, we get to kill everything anyway. So if you've never seen Goblin Sharpshooter in play before, it's pretty good. You basically kill everything. So they add a counter. We kill all 3 tokens and say go. Unfortunately, we have more cards in our hand. We're like generating mana at this point. They didn't pump it. That's weird. It's definitely peculiar that they didn't pump it there. That would have killed one more goblin. But yeah, Sharpshooter just kills everything. It's pretty sweet. We don't need to kill the Lodestone Golem yet. We can just block on our turn. So I guess So to kill Lodestone, we need to sacrifice our Matron and our Lackey. then we can attack for 3. Or we could just say go, and then a block with Matron is 1 damage. A block with Matron just kills it by itself. So I think we just wait. I think I'd rather have the extra goblins in play. I mean, attacking for 3 is like fine, but then we're lighter on ammo to kill the next thing. We're just gonna say go. Costs 1 to pump. It's hanger back, not a ballista. Guess we also need to be beware of ballista, huh? Ballista can kill our sharpshooter. Speak of the devil. Chalice on 1. Yeah, a little late for that one, friend. We have Vials and Cavern of Souls anyway, so. Yeah, this game is basically over. Party time? That's fine, I guess. It played the Chalice. That's one of the few. That's one of the only cards in our deck that Chalice turns off, as our Vials are irrelevant. Yeah, the CMC still 1, even though it costs 1 more to cast. All right. I guess you want to attack. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so any block on these would kill it. Like, at this stage in the game, we're in like a really good spot, obviously. They really can't do much. They only have 2 mana. Yeah. If they attack back, we can block a Prospector. It's not the end of the world. Another Wasteland, sure. Like, your deck has no way to gain card advantage, and a lot of their cards are kind of So. That'll play. Oh, never mind. There's a Warchief in play. Can't do that either. Sort of an awkward interaction between Warchief and Tin Street Hooligan. Usually it's fine because if you have a Warchief in play, you're winning anyway. It's not really that big of a deal. We could sack the Warchief to Prospector. I don't think I like that idea. I think we're just going to do the same thing we did last turn. Oh, the loads. I'm sorry, guys. Right. I'm an idiot. The additional cost on Lodestone Golem makes it so I can pay a green. I'm just being an idiot. Alright, this is fun. What's up, Million Little? It's been a long week. Alright, everyone? Take it easy. Once again, I was working on the house last weekend for about 5 days. Drove to Virginia for 2 days to record some videos. And then got home for a day. Went to Baltimore over the weekend. Sure. It's also a fine draw. So we get to cast this for green. Green, red. And now it's just totally over. So we kill this. We shoot this. Untaps. Yeah. Scoreboard anyway. So a little sloppy there. That's okay though. I would say these sorts of matchups are usually very good for us. Chalice doesn't really do much against us. We have Cavern of Souls anyway, and Vials. And like our 1-drops aren't even that important. So Tin Street's in. Might want some number of Pyrokinesis. We definitely don't want Tarfire. Yeah, we're gonna want these Pyrokinesis, I think. And then we're gonna want to cut probably like 2 Piledrivers. Typically, you want less Piledrivers in the creature-based matchups because it's not necessarily about killing them fast. It's about just killing all their stuff. So we're gonna cut 2 Piledrivers also. Pyrokinesis is a really good card. Pyrokinesis is the red Force of Will. It's a pitch card. You pitch a red card and cast it. Instant speed, 4 damage, as you choose among any number of targets. Very, very good card. This hand's actually not that good. Once again, Lackey just isn't that good. Just almost never gets through. So you have Lackey here on the draw with 2 lands, one of which is Wastelandable, and not much else going on. If this hand had a Gempalm Incinerator in it, I'd be a little more inclined to keep, because War Marshal will get Gempalm on faster and stuff. But I think we're going to mulligan this hand. On the play, again, I would keep it. If this hand had a Gempalm, I'd also keep it, but we're just going to mulligan. This hand is like better but worse in ways, but we're going to keep. Cavern of Souls will go on. That's so awkward. Cavern of Souls can't cycle Gempalm Incinerator. Doesn't make red for cycling stuff, only casting stuff. I'm actually going to bottom it. If they have Chalice on... They shouldn't even have Chalice in their deck. Post board. But... Why Tarfire over Bolt? Well, it's a Goblin. So you can find it with Goblin Ringleader and Goblin Matron. And the big goal is to make sure that Ringleader has the most hits possible in your deck. They do have Chalice. Chalice is so unplayable against us, it's unbelievable. It's literally only good in this exact scenario. We have like 8 1-drops in our deck and 4 Cavern of Souls. It's pretty frustrating. Guess we're just going to waste them. See, if I had kept the Cavern of Souls, we could just cast this Lackey and it'd be fine. Yeah. Mishra's Factory. Gempalm Incinerator. Alright, Wasteland you. Yeah, I mean, the fact that my opponent left Chalice in is pretty lame. So what's on the docket today? Some Goblins. We're just gonna Goblin some people. Probably gonna lose this game, obviously, because we have no lands. There's a land, I guess. We really have essentially nothing. Burnsy's happy. Right? Right, Burnsy? Alright, we're just gonna go to the next game. Pretty frustrating game there. Chalice of the Void is like basically trash against this deck. But in that exact scenario, it ended up working out really well for them. So, happens. Happens. Come for Burnsy. Stay for the magic. Burnsy's the star of the show here. Alright, so this hand's fine. This hand's basically everything we want to be doing. A little weak to Lodestone Golem, I suppose, but Mogg War Marshal and Gempalm is exactly what we want. We have 2 non-wastelandable lands. This is the key. It's not a great hand, but it's a solid hand on the play. I think Standard is fantastic. I wish that I could play more Standard. Unfortunately, the SCG Tour is mostly Modern and team events. What's up, Autumn? Burnsy is wonderful. Right, Burnsy? They love you, Burnsy. He's thinking it over. Like, here, please play a Chalice. Like, please. Thank God. I'm really happy they played Chalice this game, because we can see how awful Chalice is against us. Obviously, really stupid and awkward that we just drew a Vial, but fine. All right. Mogg War Marshal. Yeah, that's like pretty tilting. Could have had it turn 1, obviously. It would have been great. And they play a Chalice on 1. We don't want it anymore. We only have so many cards that actually does counters. We have 4 Vial, 4 Lackey, and 1 Skirk Prospector. And all the Goblins can be cast with a Cavern of Souls through the Chalice, because Chalice actually counters the spell. Snow-covered lands are sweet. Etched Champion. Okay. That's a card. So we're definitely scared of getting Wastelanded. We can't really do much about it, though. We're definitely casting Matron. The question is, what are we getting? It might be a second Gempalm. Thank you, Stay Hydrated Bot. We got it. Second Gempalm can deal with whatever creatures they play in the next few turns. It also just cycles and tries to find its lands. So we can cast our Ringleaders. Like, developing our mana is like extremely important. That's why like drawing Vial on turn 2 kind of sucks, because it's not a land and a card that is one of our mana abilities. Tin Street Hooligan isn't currently usable. Just getting like Sharpshooter is just kind of dumb. Getting a Warchief doesn't stop the getting Wastelanded problem. So we're just going to second Gempalm here. I see our opponent's deck's not playing Cranial Plating, so this Etched Champion can't get that big. The Nimble Sloth says, have I seen the new Goblin? It's a 2-drop for 1 that makes token when it comes into play. I mean, yeah, see, there's the Wasteland we were worried about. It's just strictly worse than Mogg War Marshal, right? Revoker. Ah, shit. That's a really bad one for us. That's really annoying. All right. So we're getting super punished here for having 2 copies of Gempalm in our hand, because they're going to name it right now, which is really annoying. Typically, these matchups are very easy. It's unfortunate that these games have gone kind of... Oh, perhaps they don't realize that you can name Gempalm Incinerator. This is cycling is an activated ability on a card, so they could have named Gempalm, and it probably would have won them the game, honestly. may not won them the game outright, but our hand would go down to being just 2 cards that both cost 4. So that's a pretty big punt on our opponent's part. Cool. Not unhappy with that. Oh, Sloth. Yeah, in standard it's probably fine. It's a fine card. What's up, Ansky? What's up, my friends? If you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. Goblins. If you're hyped for Goblins, put a Mr. Destructoid in chat. People always tell me, play Goblins, play Goblins. Here I am. Alright, you wanted to see it. If you're hyped for Goblins, please put a Mr. Destructoid in chat. Heh. Wow, we would have been totally screwed if I named the right card. What's up, Ansky? The house is coming along well. It's a lot of work. God damn it. We're getting there. We're getting there. Mr. Destructoid. So without Plating or Ravager, this Etch Champion really isn't even that scary. So we have the next few creatures they play covered. Kind of a weird game we have going here. Again, this goes to the point I was saying earlier about some players who play Thalia in their main deck. I think that being able to fetch basic lands is a huge strength of the deck to not get wastelanded. But if you're playing Thalia in your main deck, you just have to fetch Plateau in case you draw Thalia. So that's a pretty big downside. Hence why I'm not interested in playing Thalia main deck. Alright, so they have Inventor's Fair, the mana to use it, and they're saying go. Okay. So that's cool. I definitely like the idea of getting a Warchief in play because they probably can't kill it. Yeah, just gonna do that. A little exposed to Wasteland here, obviously, but pretty high upside. I think that I guess saving Port and seeing what they get with Inventor's Fair, so we can port them if we have to, is reasonable. But like, what's the worst I can get here? Right? Like, I guess like a Jit. That could be bad. I might have screwed up. I guess we can't really stop Jit over 2 turns. Yeah, I mean, might be screwed here. Yeah. All right. So I mean, even in the case, so if we had just not played Warchief, we could have ported their Ancient Tomb. They still have plenty of soul lands that cast a stupid Jit anyway. We might have been able to delay it for 1 turn. All right, it's gonna be tough. Amusingly enough, we now need our Warchief to die. Our opponent's weird. Just weird plays all around. Okay. Couldn't tell you, folks. I'm just playing my side of the game, you know? Alright, I mean, bombs away. Like I said, it is amusing that we actually need them to kill our Warchief to use Tin Street Hooligan. We don't have a green yet, though, so... And a whiff. Cool. Great. Fantastic. 3 lands, Pyrokinesis. We will not be attacking. They didn't attack last turn. I'm not sure. if they're going to attack next turn, they probably will. I mean, not attacking seems crazy. This Piledriver is pretty nice. It is a lethal Piledriver next turn. But we need to have lethal damage over other creatures too, so... Like, it's very odd if, for them to use their mana on playing Jit and equipping Jit, but not attacking. It's kind of an odd way for them to use their mana that turn. Like, if they have other cards in hand, they could have just cast instead. Another Etch Champion? Sure. Even if you accidentally F6, you're still given the option to attack and block. F6 auto yields everything but declare attackers and declare blockers. So now they have to attack. There's no way they're not going to attack now. Like, we can definitely still grind through this, but it's going to be hard. Like, they're sort of priced into killing Warchief immediately. This is tough. This is sort of what I was saying earlier in the stream, where one of the problems that Goblins has is, like, we're playing no new cards, right? The most recently printed card in our deck was printed in, like, 2014 or something. It's Containment Priest, I think. So every deck in the format's just gotten better and better and better and better, as our deck hasn't. So we're in spots where, like, I think we're pretty favored against a deck like this, but they just have newer cards that work well together, and we just are struggling to keep up as far as power level goes. All right, so they're not killing our Edge Champion. We have drawn a Goblin Matron. We're definitely tight on mana here. We don't have a green. That's fair, Toots. Nicole says that my opponent wasn't playing Magic in 2011. They have no idea what's going on. True. Playing Ringleader isn't even that good. Our Gempalms are basically worthless. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Guess we just keep playing Ringleader. We could Matron for Tin Street, but again, the Warchief is turning it off. We don't actually have green yet. Yeah, I guess we're just going to fire him with the Ringleader. Ringleader could also just hit one of our two Tin Street Hooligans. So, Ringleader, Gempalm. So, more of the same, unfortunately. We could attack here with everything. I think we're going to, actually. We're not blocking. I guess they'll block the Warchief. Maybe take everything but Warchief. Yeah, I think I like that. Or just misclick and not attack with this token. That's great. Thanks, Magic On. Appreciate that. Definitely gonna have them at 1 life. That's pretty annoying. All right, so we'll deal 4 instead of 5. I'm dying. Once again, a bit later in the stream, we're going to be showing a preview video for the Waste of a Jet counters. Our opponent's playing really badly, so I think maybe we have a pretty good chance to win here. I'm going to be doing a preview for a friend of mine who's been working on an indie game for like 2 years called Forsaken Forest. Really, really cool. It's like a mixture between Werewolf and Magic. I'm going to be playing a preview video for that a little later in the stream, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, killing the Ringleader over the Warchief is good for us. Artifact creature Soldier. It's a weird creature type. Steel Overseer. Okay. I mean, gives us a Gempalm target. Just the act of cycling Gempalm and drawing a card is pretty fine because drawing lands is so nice right now. What's up, Darth Juggalo? Hangback Walker. That card's also pretty good. Alright, we're in a bit of trouble here. We can see how our mana being constrained is kind of shitty. Like, drawing that vial on turn 2 after they chaliced on 1 is, like, pretty tilting. If it had just been a land, we would have been in much, much better shape this game. Our opponent is going slow, yes. Alright, so now they're actually killing the Warchief, which they should have done like 2 turns ago. But that does free up our ability to play a, what's it called? Tin Street Hooligan. So, Goblin Lackey. Alright, well, first things first, we're going to try to kill this Steel Overseer. So we need to draw a card anyway. Alright, so we drew our land. The problem is, of course, we don't want to get wastelanded. We could just cycle and kill this Hangerback Walker now. If they have another wasteland, though, it's devastating for us. We lose our green source. Or we could just play Lackey and say go. And the Hangerback gets to start going. We just need land. We need mana sources. We can't... Yeah, I think we have to just risk it. We can't... We need to draw another land to Matron into Gempalm immediately. Can't cast Lackey, it's also true. And again, cycling here is nice because we just get to draw more cards and just try and find more lands. Probably should have lost this game like a few turns ago already, honestly. If our opponent just named Gempalm, we never win. If our opponent has been attacking and using Jip properly, we never win. But what are you going to do? Oh my god, opponent. Definitely two polarizingly opposite poor ways to start the stream. We lost a Storm in 10 seconds because we had time to... I mean, we had time, sorry. Lost a Storm in 10 seconds because they turned 1 us both games. And now we're in a second round where our opponent's playing kind of badly and very, very, very slowly. Both net negatives for viewership when it comes to streaming. So right now our plan is get Taiga, Gempalm, the Hangerback Walker, and then just try and draw land so we can go Matron into a Tin Street Hooligan. Mister, thanks, my friend.
Cheer up, Jim. We love your streams.
Thanks, my friend. Got to meet a lot of cool people in Baltimore, signed some playmats, and had a lot of fine folks tell me they enjoyed the stream, enjoyed the videos. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Burnsy. All right, finally. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Land? No, Matron. I mean, we are... As we can see, we are flush with gasoline here. The problem is being able to play everything. Which, again, is what Aether Vial usually does for us. Alright. F6. 2 minutes left for our opponent. Ideally, we draw land. Move the JIT. Got it. That took them 25% of their remaining time to move the JIT from one to the other. Oh, if they have a lodestone golem here, it's pretty devastating. I was going to play Chalice on 2. That would actually suck. Ballista on 2. That's also bad. Although they wasted half of their entire time doing that. So, thank God. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, we're honestly in rough shape now. But with the JIT gone, they probably can't figure out how to kill us in 2 minutes, so that's good. They have 2 damage, they have 5 damage, 6, 7, 8. I guess they might just kill us, but we'll see. They're probably gonna lose. We're gonna lose this game with them at literal 1 second. But and they're still playing super conservatively, even though their clock is on 40 seconds. Sure. That's a pretty good draw. I'm just going to fire this off right now and see what they do. Sure. And now we need to produce lethal damage over the next 2 turns via a Warchief. Probably will be our best way to do that. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I could have just killed them because they didn't do anything. I was assuming they would obviously use the ballista. I could have just played the Ringleader and killed them. Whatever, it's fine. There's no timeout anyway. It doesn't matter what we do. Yeah, I could have just won. I also just assumed they were going to use their ballista and kill some stuff, but they just didn't. So in my head, the plan was not a good one. All right, so let's have a more interesting match than those last 2 matches. Hopefully, if you're still here, I applaud you. We got turn 1 twicing round 1, and round 2 our opponent played incredibly slowly and incredibly badly, so we won. So here we are. Scoreboard. If you're sitting here, welcome to the stream. My name's Jim Davis. We're playing some Goblins. Burnsy's back there hanging out, and we did win too. That was not a clock win. We won the game. But yeah, Goblins is definitely a grindy deck. Again, it's popular misconception that Goblins is a red deck, an aggressive deck. It is not. It's basically a blue deck masquerading as a red deck. Once again, like I said, also, we're going to have the trailer for my friend's game, Forsaken Forest, coming up later in the stream. Pretty sweet game. It's about to go into Kickstarter. And it's a game, basically a mix between Werewolf and Magic. Sort of a card/board based game of like social deduction, just like Werewolf is. My buddy Alec this has been his like passion project for the last like 2 years, and me, Alec, and Frank Scarron and Pete Ingram and all those guys used to play Werewolf a lot, and it's logical that as Magic players and as Werewolf players that Alec wanted to make a game, and it's pretty cool. So we'll watch that later on in the stream. You can check out the Kickstarter, which launches, I believe, tomorrow. If you're watching on YouTube, that's tomorrow, May 8th. Yes, Goblin Ringleader is basically Fact or Fiction. What's up, Mac Daddy? So we've, once again, we basically had this conundrum every single time of turn 1 Lackey on the draw. This time we're keeping them. We have Gempalm and 2 basic lands. We can get Wastelanded. We're going to keep. It's not necessarily going to work, but... Mr. says, hey Jim, you have a great stream and are great at giving advice. May I ask, what's the one thing you suggest to new streamers? It's tough. I'm not sure. more specific question. Okay. So they've got Island Go. We've drawn a Vial. Typically prefer to lead on Vial over Lackey in most scenarios. Island Go could be Miracles or some sort of blue combo deck.
What the hell is that?
I guess if they... we're a little bit Lackey here. If they are Miracles, it forces them to have an answer on 2. And if they're combos, it gives us an actual chance to win. So we're just going to cast Lackey. If they're Miracles, turn 2 Vial is still fun. I think Piledriver is very important because it's very good in your worst matchups. It's the card that kills your opponent the fastest in your combo matchups. I think Krankos sucks. I think it's just a win more card. And Goblin Settler is also just a pretty weak magic card. Island Go. Okay. I mean, we're just going to shove here. I mean, pretty happy putting in Siege Gang. Question your post combat is it Piledriver or Vial? I think we're just going to play Piledriver. Could have like a counter spell of some kind, like actual counter spell, but I feel like it's more likely they're playing combo or something. Earwig Squad's also pretty bad. Adding a color to your deck is a... Alright, so they have Force of Will and Brainstorm, which is fine. So if they're playing like Sneak and Show, they've wasted a Force of Will. They're playing Miracles, it's still fine. Tundra, so they're playing Miracles. Nope, they're playing some sort of Stoneforge Mystic deck, I guess. So in which case we probably can't ever lose because we have a Gempalm in our hand too. So... yeah, schedule is very important for streaming. Finding good times to stream is very important. Like if you're on the same time that, me, Hoogland, Todd Stevens, and Newmont are all on, no one's gonna watch you. Finding a good time is good. Find a unique thing that you do that other people don't do. Honestly, befriend streamers. Like I'd be happy to host you, Mister. If I see you streaming, message me. If I'm ending a stream and you're about to stream, message me and I'll host you. I love hosting new streamers. So, all right, we're gonna put in Sharpshooter. So they have like Lingering Souls or something. But I think we're just gonna put a Matron and I guess get Ringleader. We have basically everything we already want. Like. Could get Piledriver and cast it. It just seems very excessive. Yeah, we're just gonna like play for the long game per se. Oh, Mister, no problem, my friend. As someone who has played in a lot of bands over the years and played a lot of shows for nobody and watched a lot of really good bands play for nobody because bands just weren't playing in the right venues or playing for the right people, like. Totally get how hard it is to start out. I was fortunate in my streaming not to have that because when I started streaming, I already had an established base from my articles and playing in tournaments and stuff. But trust me, I get it. And it's not easy. Yeah, I mean, this is just like a comical disaster. These matchups were usually very, very good for us. Yes, expectations are also important. Your viewers should know what to expect when you're tuning in. Alright, so they just had a bad hand, and we just wrecked them. So, seemed to be some sort of blue-white Stoneforge Mystic deck. We're going to want our Tin Street Hooligan and our Pyrokinesis. This is a matchup where Piledriver is less important. Because in the fair matchups, you're more interested in killing their stuff. Although they do have True Name now, which makes things a little more awkward. having some kind of USP. What's USP? We did beat the Steel Stompy player, yes. What kinds of bands did I play in? I'll talk about that in a second. Piledrivers are out. Prospector is fine against like Jit. Maybe we don't need these 3 Pyrokinesis. Maybe just 2 is fine. They have True Name and stuff. This is fine. Unique selling point. That's a good one. Yeah, music is good. I played in a Tool kind of like weird hard rock band when I was in high school. Then I played in a punk band for a few years, like a garage punk band. Then I played in a hip hop band, and I'm currently in like an alternative rock band. This hand is super awkward. I mean, the problem with this hand is it's not Wasteland proof. Again, the basic lands are so nice. You draw both dual lands, which really sucks. You have the scry on the draw. Making land drops is very important. We're just gonna mulligan. This is stupid. Alright, I mean, sure. Bottom. Kind of wish I had the 6 back, but if you need a red source or a vial, cool. Even though we have a Taiga in our deck for the Tin Street Hooligans, you gotta fetch a basic here. You gotta be really, really aware of Wasteland. Do they have these swords to plowshares now? Be really fun if they didn't, but oh. Mutavault. Oh, this is so good. So, this is insane for us. Because if they plan on blocking with Mutavault, I got news for you. Mutavault is a goblin. And Gempalm Incinerator counts for all goblins. One of the advantages of playing a rogue deck is that people have no idea what you're doing and what your cards do. And Goblins has been bad for so long that it's basically a rogue deck now. So, again, this card counts all goblins in play. And, of course, Mutavault is a goblin. So, take that. We got to Stone Rain them with a cantrip and get our Lackey through. Yeah. That's a good one. Opponent says, ouch, that's really good. Not salt, just genuine ouchies. Yeah, so now we're 2 more gem bombs. What's up, Jarvis? Ooh, Esper. Okay. So Fatal Push? Something? We also have like Port and Wasteland in our deck too, so trying to rely on Mutavault that turn was like really, really risky. I guess they actually just have nothing. I don't know what is going on here. Could have Verdict, but we're just drawing a million cards anyway. Somewhat interested in porting. They have a True Name, we can stop that. I don't know what the hell's in our opponent's deck. They're just not doing anything. So, and they kept 7 both games. Like, Tarfire is pretty good. Alright, and now I think I'm fine just playing Vial here. Let's see. So if they have True Name, I guess we want this Lackey to get through again. And we can clear away any blocker if it's not True Name. So I guess we just port them. I don't know. It's a pretty good spot to be in, obviously. They have 6 cards in hand. They obviously have no removal spell of any kind. No Stoneforge Mystic, no creature to play. Esper land still. I mean, they showed us a Sword of Light and Shadow in the first game. And a Force of Will. And a Brainstorm. They also went island to island in the first game. They haven't shown us much, obviously. Yeah, I think we just say go here. Probably dump the Vial and just port them. Autumn, that's definitely true. Spell Stutter Sprite for Mutavault. That's very reasonable. So there could be some sort of like Spell Stutter Sprite something deck. What year is it? I know we're playing Goblins, but our opponent is playing Teferi's Response. This card was printed in Invasion as like a hoser to Rishadan Port, because Rishadan Port was so stupidly good. This card's obviously just busted in Standard, and they printed a hate card for it in Teferi's Response. So they have countered our port and drawn 2 cards. And destroys the port too? Oh my god. I didn't realize it did that too. That was pretty brutal. The cantripping LD matchup. Alright, well, we drew a Wasteland. So we're gonna attack and Wasteland them for their rude attempt at Wastelanding us. Type ouch back, yeah. Alright, we're gonna putting in a Ringleader at this point is almost like not even necessary. They can't verdict us because we're gonna waste them. Just put lethal in play. It's 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm gonna put the Sharpshooter in play, so next turn we can use Prospector and just kill them. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we're gonna have to Wasteland before Teferi's Response is possible. We're gonna get the black source too, I think. They have 2 white, so. Brainstorm, sure. Rox says, about my stream, I like the great mix of formats I play. I'm mostly interested in the limited, but Jim's constructed decks usually fun to watch. Some rogue decks, some cool brews, not necessarily boring tier 1 stuff. That some streamers are grinding a little too much. Sweet. Rox, thanks my friend, I appreciate that. Fetch, go. Okay. Our opponent isn't doing anything. I just don't understand. Can I get it upstairs, please? Counterspell. Alright, they cast the card. Cool. Warchief? That's really good. Bad Speller. The only thing better than a new sub is a resub. Bad Speller, thank you, my friend. 3 months in a row. Everyone show some love in chat for Bad Speller. This is, I guess they're playing some sort of land still deck. I don't even know what's going on. I mean, this point the game's basically over. Assuming this Prospector resolves. I should have put the. I'm so dumb. I didn't count days. Yeah, I should obviously just put Prospector of Lackey. That was really stupid. We could actually lose now. If they can't verdict, they can't verdict now. Yeah, I should put the Prospector in because they were at 3, and I just sacrificed 3 things and killed them. I just thought they were still at like 5 or 6, and I just didn't really think about it. But they can't verdict us now because they has days. So, how do I feel Goblins' position in Legacy right now? I think that if it won a tournament, I wouldn't be surprised, but you're definitely probably handicapping yourself by playing it. Pawn says 6 Wraths, can't draw any of them, GG's. Alright. I guess they're playing sort of like Landstill deck or something? I don't really know. That was a really, really weird match. Usually Lackey never hits ever, and we triggered Lackey about 9 times that game. Or match, so. Cool. Definitely a weird subset of games so far today. Round 4 coming up. If you're just tuning in, welcome. My name is Jim Davis. I'm the Goblin King. That is a title that was given to me, not a self-given title. But haven't played Goblin haven't played Goblins in years, really, because the deck it's kind of fallen behind the format. I wrote a fun article a few years ago. Called Funeral for a Friend. It was an early, 2014. This is a long time ago, jeez. Where I talked about the end of my history playing Goblins and the end of Goblins. That's me playing in my band. It's cool. But pretty fun article. Me coming in 9th on Breakers. That's fun. And GP. But yeah, I'll post a link to that in chat. It's pretty fun. The sand is very reasonable. We're going to keep. We can't win a die roll to save our life. But sand is pretty good. The link to that article is in chat. City of Traders. Chalice on 1. Alright. Pretty down to Wasteland here. It's obviously awkward to Wasteland a City of Traders, but we're not really doing anything anyway, so... Again, Chalice on 1 is not actually that good against this deck. We have what is it? 8, 9 or 10 1-mana spells. And if we just on the play, we cast Vial, and it doesn't even matter. So, is what it is. They gonna Blood Moon us? Heavens no, don't Blood Moon us. Whatever you do, please. Oh no. Guess we just leave the Tarn in play, right? Yeah, there's no reason to sack it. I mean, they don't know what we're playing, so... This card is good against us, though. Fiery Compliments. What do they think of Food Chain Goblins? That's a little old school. Wow, Hazoret. Alright, that's a card. Obviously drawing more Vials, cool. I mean, if we just cast a stupid Siege Gang, we can't lose. Unless they have Fiery Compliments, so... Surprise! So the fact they played that land is kind of scary. Chalice on 2. That's awkward. Cuts down a reasonable amount of our cards that are good, but we are probably winning the race here. Yeah, I'll block. Up, they just drew in Staring Bridge. Who would have thought? So, still fine, actually, because we just have Prospector. Oh, maybe, sorry, not Prospector. We have a Siege Gang, Warchief. We definitely kill them with Siege Gang faster than they kill us with Hazoret. So, we also do need to play around Fiery Compliments if possible. So we need to kill them as fast as possible before they can actually kill our Siege Gang. Once they kill Siege Gang, our only way to win is Sharpshooter. And we're on a 5-turn clock, theoretically. Alright, we're going to go Warchief, cast Gempalm, say go. Yeah. Alright, that's 2. We 2 them. We draw land. Matron. Matron, Sharpshooter. Shoot, ping. That does... Fade Chandra. Yes, Chandra and Fiery Compliments. We have two things in play. So yeah. Matron. Can't Tin Street, obviously, because they have a Blood Moon in play. Sucks I can't get Prospector. Can we just get another Matron? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean they have one turn to kill us, so. Alright, they're dead. Yeah. Nice blood moons and chalices. Opponent trying to be rude to us. You trying to be rude to us? Alright. I think Blue-Red Wizards in Standard is a good F&M deck. I would say it's a little underpowered compared to the other decks in the format, but it's definitely a fun deck that can win for sure. Like, we 5-0'd a league with it. You know, like, the deck's definitely fine. Deck definitely needs to adjust to Lyra. If you watch today's Versus video, I was not ready for Lyra, and Brad got me pretty bad with it. So, alright, so Hooligan. On the draw, I think on the play, like, might consider playing Thalia, but on the draw, probably not. So we're just cutting. I don't even know what we're cutting, honestly. Oh, Tarfire's terrible. Yeah. We're interested in Pyrokinesis over Tarfire? Maybe? Yeah, Lord Dragon. Yeah, I think that people have asked me what would it take for Goblins to be good again. I think if Thalia was a Goblin, just like print a Goblin Thalia, that would definitely do it. That would be huge. I don't want the second Tarfire. Pyrokinesis might be better. It just like doesn't die to Chalice. Hey, thanks for following. If you haven't followed the stream, hit that follow button. Of course, watching on YouTube, make sure you follow on there as well. Also, follow me on that old Twitter sphere at JimDavisMTG. You can see when I stream. Post funny things. It's great. Hit that follow button. And we got a new sub. Shawday Tyrone. Shawday Tyrone? I like that. Tyrone, what's up, my friend? What's your name? Where you from? How long you been playing Magic? Favorite card of all time? My favorite deck of all time? Most important, what's your name? Where you from? And what do you want to name Nicole's puppy? Little hands definitely weak to Chalice on 1, but they mulliganed to 6. They bottomed. Mountain, cool. And if they don't have it, it's actually great for us. So once the Vial gets in play, all of their Trinispheres and Chalices. We could play Lackey here, even though you have Pyrokinesis to push it through. But I think I just want to resolve the Vial. I think Vial's more important.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes.
I'm not really in a huge rush. I'm not sure what they could have that punishes my Lackey. Ensnaring Bridge, sure. I mean, they may be able to empty themselves before I can attack next turn, which is annoying, but Rishadan Port's actually a great, that's like the perfect draw, because now we can port them and probably keep the card in their hand to play Lackey. That's pretty great. Yeah. Do need to be aware of like pyroclasm effects. Mike in Gaming. Another new sub. Mike, and what's your name? Where you from? How long you been playing Magic? Favorite card of all time? Favorite deck of all time? Most important, what's your name? Where you from? And a puppy name, please. Sudden Shock. Alright. You got me. Goblin Warchief. So, this is a spot where we're just going to port again. We can Warchief next turn and Siege Gang next turn. I'm not sure if we want to, but we're just going to say go. Very often you're looking at you rather port than play spells if you have a Vial going because you're developing your board anyway, but slowing them down. Tyrone is from Alaska. Cool. You played StarCraft with me a while ago, and my favorite card is Thalia, Heretic Cathar. Awesome. I like playing StarCraft. Wish I had more time to play StarCraft. Well, thanks for subbing, my friend. I appreciate it. Magus of the Moon. Yeah, that card's not very good against us. It is a blocker. That's about all it does. Another Warchief. Okay, so it feels pretty bad. Just like Pyrokinesis is one Magus of the Moon. I think we're gonna do it though. Actually, we can't attack because they have the bridge still. I guess we just chill. Honestly, there's no reason to really do anything. I guess I can't port them now because the Magus. All right. I think we're just gonna kill Magus and port them. I guess it's kind of a weird game. The Magus is actually pretty good right now because our two Tin Street Hooligans are not usable because we can't make green mana for them. So I think we're actually just going to kill the Magus right now.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait
It's
longer.
not ideal, but and then I can only attack with one creature anyway, so we'll attack and port them. And gaming is Lane from Texas. Sweet. Favorite card is Prophet of Krufix. Favorite deck is the Jund Elves list I was playing a while back. Sweet. Playing for 4 years. You'll put your vote to Karn. Awesome. Karn is the front runner for the puppy name. That is definitely where we're at right now. Yeah, they have one card in hand, so we can't really attack. Ancient Tomb, Chandra. Alright, it's pretty good. Kill that card. I don't really want a Vial on 5. I'll just cast the stupid thing. And they have to turn something good up off their Chandra or their draw step. Otherwise, you just kill everything. So they didn't play Chandra? They played another bridge. I think I would have played Chandra there or just killed the Siege Gang commander. That seems... I guess they have to play the card from their hand. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so I mean, we get to port them again. You get to kill... kill Chandra. Hopefully we can, if they draw 4-drop, we can port them. I mean, we can attack them because they only have so many cards. They drew a land, obviously, so now our port's basically worthless. That's a start. Can't use it, though, because the Warchief's in play. Alright. I mean... Alright, this is a little weird, but... Second bridge ended up mattering. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the art on this token. It's an old Siege Gang. It should make old tokens. And fittingly, my opponent says Goblin tokens look weird with new Dominaria art. I agree. Where are my old tokens? Old cards should make old tokens. Agree? Agree. Don't draw Fiery Conflict. God damn it. That's so sick. Alright. So, amusingly enough, we can't play our Warchief yet because we need to, we can't have the Warchief in play to cast the Tin Street Hooligan. So, oh shit, I didn't, whatever, doesn't matter. They don't have any 6-drops in their deck. Magus of the Moon? Ugh. Alright. Okay. Sharpshooter's pretty cool. Needed the brick, you know? Oh my god, I said brick. That's so sick. Like, they have to draw a land or a mox or a ritual or a spirit guide sometimes, right? That's so sick. And now we're just screwed. These decks are the worst. Just the worst. We scoop? No. We need to kill the Magus of the Moon. I guess now we have the... What's it called? The Prospectors. We can just do all of this. We need to draw the our Tin Street Hooligan. Unreal. Sorcerer's Spyglass? Yes. Blood Moon, we scoop. I haven't really been throwing Legacy lately, truth be told. I feel like the format's just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like I'm enjoying it less than usual. Just like a lot of dumb decks like this. Some like all-in combo decks, and then just stupid grindy Deathrite decks. I guess there's no reason to play Mogg War Marshal. Yeah, I don't know. I think that Lexi Deathrite Shaman banned. I almost wouldn't hate it if they banned Brainstorm. Kozilek's Return? Come on. Just not casting it? Alright. Okay. Just sixing us? Matron, Hooligan, something. Yeah, opponent's all gas all the time. Attacks like half mana sources, just draws all gas. Right. I agree that the number of non-games in Legacy is much higher than usual. That's often the complaint with Modern, too. There's just too many non-games. Hi, Nicole.
Hello, guys.
Bye, Nicole.
Bye.
Come on. We have one. We can't even win, though. Whatever. All right, now we're dead.
10 points to Gryffindor.
So, Poe, I like what you're saying. Poe says that they want a format where a legacy format where the ban list just changes every few months, which will keep things fresh. That's a really hard thing to do logistically. I I like the idea. I've been saying for a while, I keep meaning to write an article about this. I think that it would be really, really awesome if Magic Online used their platform better and ran a tournament like every month, let's say, where every 2 weeks they announce on June 1st there's going to be a tournament on Saturday, June 15th, and the format is going to be 6-set standard. Lorwyn, Shadows over Innistrad, M12, Invasion, Tempest, Urza Saga, Khans Tarkir. Go. That's your format. Make it a format on Magic Online so you can search it and build a deck easily and just go. And just that week, or that 2 weeks, the special tournament is that. Have really great prizes if people are more inclined to play. And just let it go. And if the format's totally broken and someone breaks it, doesn't matter. It's a different format next week. And I think that would be really, really, really fun. As I love deck building and wacky new formats, and it'd be really, really cool. This hand's super awkward. I don't even keep this hand. Yeah, just like build your own standard kind of stuff. Just fun things, simple, very easy to integrate in Magic Online. You just go to Magic Online, you hit format, you hit Wacky Sunday tournament, whatever they name it, and you can just see all the cards that are legal and build your deck. That'd be really, really fun. All right, so this hand has a Hooligan for a Chalice on 1, but not much else. I'm going to mulligan. This is fine, I guess. Keep Siege Gang. It would be very interesting for the marketplace for sure, but whatever, who cares? Deal with it. What's up, Donut? I don't think you want Siege Gang here. I'm gonna write about that idea at some point. Mountain Go. It's the fact that they have Kozilek's Return and that Confluence card in their deck really sucks. We could rip off Warchief here and just get super aggressive, but that's probably a bad idea. Yes, making it Phantom Constructed would also be interesting as a way to get around the card price issues, because it would be kind of like a mad rush for cards. So scrupulous or unscrupulous vendors could try and get advanced info and then buy all the cards that are going to be good in that weird format. So making it Phantom is definitely a cool idea. Yeah, Poe, I would consider that. All right, what are we doing here? I should have brought in Thalia in the play. I'm so dumb. I was just talking. I should have brought in Thalia on the play. That was a mistake. We're just going to play Marshal here. We could fire off Warchief, but it's just so bad against Kozilek's Return if we do that. So new sub, Knock Ion. Knock Ion, what's up, my friend? What's your name? Where are you from? How long you been playing Magic? Favorite card of all time? Favorite deck of all time? Most important, what's your name? Where are you from? And what's your puppy name? Thanks for subbing, my friend. Everyone show some love in chat. Yeah, we're not going to Echo. I'm really feeling like they have a Kozilek's Return or something. Maybe we should just Echo. Yeah, we're going to Echo. Okay. Does the deck have some way of abusing Skirk Prospector? Yeah, drawing lots of cards and making lots of mana. And Goblin Sharpshooter. Chaos Draft League would also be great. Just use the platform. It's so easy to do fun stuff on Magic Online and they never do it. Sorceress Spyglass. Alright. Let's draw the card Goblin Piledriver. Is that enough for lethal? Probably not. It's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's 14. It's too short. Nice Wastelands, Jim. They named Wasteland. It's kind of weird. Chaos, it can't be that hard to make a new format. Just like, these sets are legal. Button, 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 you know? Like, alright, I guess we're just firing in here. Could have held that Wasteland maybe, just to like conceal my hand a little better, but yeah, I definitely think they could have a Wrath here, but Chandra? Okay. Chandra and a Kozlos return? God. Alright. Nisoni? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Watching from Italy. Awesome. Favorite deck, Imperial Painter. Favorite card, Goblin Sharpshooter. Sweet. Nisoni, hopefully I'm saying that right. Thank you, my friend. This is dumb. It's dumb they have so many Wraths against us. Alright, like... Chaos, I mean, I feel you. I get it. I understand the Magic Online is not the best piece of software. Simeon Spirit Guide, which is honestly fine right now, and they're not playing it. Magus at the Moon. City of Traders. So we try that Gempalm back. Ringleader's perfect. Not on music today. We're recording a YouTube video. God damn it. It's our second brick on Ringleader so far. 3 lands and a vial, which is devastating, honestly. We really could use a spell here. And now we're going to attack Chandra. They have 3 cards left in hand. One of them is Sudden Shock. Alright. Exile Chromox, sure. And they still have 3 cards in hand, too. Alright. Okay. Mox and Snaring Bridge. Matron. So now we just... This actually isn't that bad. We Matron for Gempalm. And we Gempalm this and kill the bridge and get to work. They have no cards left now, so... And now you get to kill... You get to kill Chandra. Assuming they don't have a good draw step this turn, which I probably will, but... Exile another Chandra. That's kind of... They didn't cast it? Alright. Another bridge. Wow. Our opponent cannot draw any better. This is actually sick. Two hooligans. So now we have to hooligan the other bridge, or play Siege Gang or Sharpshooter. Those are all reasonable things to do. We do have a Ringleader in our hand, obviously, so... They hit a mana source. It's amazing. Oh, they just Sweltering Suns. They have Kozilek's Return, Sweltering Suns, and Fiery Confluence in their deck. Marshal Matron. Alright, that's a start. Chandra Pyromaster.
How did you get here?
If you hate these decks, please put some salt in chat. And they drew Fire Confluence. They drew Fire Confluence and revealed Chandra off Chandra. There's no bricks. Never any bricks. I can't even cast Matron and War Marshal. I mean, and what's it called in the same turn? That's a new sub, or a returning sub. Returning Dawn comes back 20 months in a row. Returning Dawn, thank you, my friend. Salt City here. So I might win this game too. That's the sick part. Their deck is literally all Wraths and Ensnaring Bridges. And Chandras. Oh my God. Alright, now we can't win. Blood Moon means we can't play Tin Street Hooligan anymore because they drew at the exact turn we were going to play Tin Street Hooligan. And we cast Siege Gang, the Ultimate Chandra. Whatever. I'm done. I don't play anymore. Alright, fine. Whatever. We're good. Everything's good. No worries. Alright, so we're going to take a little foray here. Since we're playing Goblins, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. What we got next is we're going to run the trailer for... This is a game that a buddy of mine, Alec Nezen, Magic player, has a GP top 8 or 2. I think he won a GP. Maybe. I don't know. But Alec, he's good friends with Pete Ingram and Frank Scarron. And we always play Werewolf together a lot. For those who don't know, Werewolf is a pretty sweet social game. It was very popular among Magic players for a while. Cardboard Crackling, I'm trying to talk. How dare you sub when I'm trying to talk? Cardboard Crackling, what's up, my friend? Thanks for subbing. What's your name? Where are you from? How long you playing Magic? Favorite card of all time? Favorite deck of all time? Most important, what's your name? Where you from? And a puppy name, please. So, we used to play Werewolf all the time. For those who don't know, Werewolf was very, very popular among Magic players. It's a really fun social game where you have like 8 people. Everyone's given a role in secret of a wolf or a villager. And then everyone goes to sleep and closes their eyes. The wolves wake up and kill one person. Then everyone wakes up. And you just talk and figure out who the wolf is. You can ask questions, and it's a big time like deduction, social deduction game is what it's called. So Alec, who's a Magic player and a Werewolf player, decided to start working on a game. He's working on it for 2 years. The game's been done for about a year. The last year has been, marketing, finding artists, designing the game. The game is all done. The Kickstarter launches tomorrow. I wanted to give him a little airtime here. This is not sponsored. You're not paying me to do this. This is I'm actually just genuinely excited to try this game out because it looks really cool. I love Werewolf. I love Magic. So no hashtag sponsored here. This is just me excited about my friend's game. And if you love indie games, it's gonna be really cool. So we're gonna run the video of the trailer for the game and watch it together. And we have another match of Goblins too, so don't go anywhere. So let's check it out. Yes, very similar to Mafia.
Did they think I would just let them leave? That they would return to their little village as heroes? Not if I can help it.
Some Magic
A
artists
group of travelers has set forth on a perilous journey. They are the last hope to save their village from a virulent plague. In order to find the cure, they must traverse an ominous forest with a terrifying legend surrounding it. Little do they know, an ancient evil of unimaginable power awaits them within. Some have seen visions. They know the truth, that those among them have been corrupted. They have become one of the Forsaken. The forest is alive, and it won't stop until their souls are trapped in the void. Forsaken Forest is a secret role game unlike any other. Play as either a villager or one of the Forsaken. The villagers are seekers of truth. The Forsaken are purveyors of lies and misdirection. Kill or be killed. Navigate to your team's veiled destination before the opposing team navigates to theirs. Advance your strategy. Discover secret information and sabotage those who stand against you with the Traveler's Deck. Beware the devastating disasters, crippling curses, and deadly darkness of the forest. Discover forgotten treasures of travelers past. Use your roll card's special abilities to fight for your team in unique and interesting ways. Uncover the location of the veiled destination that you seek, or trick the group into following you to their demise. Kill those you distrust.
He missed.
Persuade the group to believe you. Save your fellow travelers from the grip of death. Fend off the dark magic of the forest. Only one team can survive. Will you be consumed by the darkness or make it to the light of day? Forsaken Forest.
So yeah, so it looks pretty sweet. I haven't gotten to play it yet. Again, this is not hashtag sponsored. This is me being excited about my friend's indie game, and looks really, really sweet. Werewolf is really, really fun. If you haven't played Werewolf, you should just play Werewolf because the game's awesome too. But again, Alec described it to me as a mix between Magic and Werewolf, and I was like, yo, that sounds sweet. Like, no video, no more description, just Magic plus Werewolf. And I was like, wow, that sounds really, really awesome. So check it out. They launched their Kickstarter tomorrow. The game is basically done. They're working on their distribution and things of that nature. So Kickstarter goes up tomorrow. You can order the game. I'm gonna mention it again later on, like in the week, when the Kickstarter is actually up. I'll post links to that. I'll tweet it as well. But you can go on. It's all right here. You can go follow on Twitter, follow them on YouTube, follow on their Facebook. Go to their website. Game looks really cool. A lot of Magic artists did art for the game, which looks really cool. So I know Alec's gonna have distribution through like Kickstarter itself, where you like buy the game and like you just get it straight from them. And then if it goes well, you know, he'll be looking into a distribution for actual game stores and stuff too. So looks really cool. Look into it. Go follow him on Twitter and follow him on Facebook and spread the word. Just the game seems really cool. I'm stoked to play it. Nicole's also here.
And also stoked to play it.
Nicole's also stoked to play it. And Nicole's played Werewolf with us a number of times.
Yeah. I'm good at Werewolf. I win a lot.
You're pretty good, yeah. But yes, check it out. It's
You
really,
always
really
get
cool.
killed quick.
Yeah, me.
So-
Whenever we used to play at Frank Scarron's house,
That's how good Jim is at it.
there'd be like
though.
15 of us, and like me and Frank would always die like really, really fast.
Like first night.
Yeah, just like, all right, we're just dead, because like they would view us as the threatening players, whether we're villagers or werewolves, whatever it is. So
Jim talks too much.
talking is fun. So yeah, so game looks sweet. Check it out. We're gonna play some more goblins, but just wanted to give us a quick little shout out. So yeah, check it out. Game seems really, really cool. I'm looking forward to playing it. I'm gonna get maybe I'll get Alec to give me a free copy. That'll be my hashtag sponsored for shilling. But again, this is not a sponsored ad. This is me just excited about my friend's game. So trust me, if it was sponsored, I would say so. I'm a pretty big sellout. So check it out. Game seems really, really cool. All right, back to the goblins. Let's finish our matchup here. Finish our league up. We're 2-2. We got turn 1 by Storm twice. We just lost to a stupid Blood Moon deck. We beat some other stuff. I don't know. We're just playing. What's going on?
Now that I came to say hi, Johnson.
Johnson, cool. Tell John we're playing hockey in a bit.
I will.
Did you have a good day in school?
No, he had an amazing day.
Yes.
So that means we get to play hockey.
Yep. So we're going to go up to the rink and skate around for a bit.
What do you think about that, Burnsy?
Burnsy! Burnsy's on the short day. Can you go poke him, please, and give him a card?
I think Forbidden Forest scared him.
Burnsy is not interested in Forbidden Forest. Does not want to play it.
Burnsy wants nothing
he's
to do with
scared.
anything that's forbidden or foresty.
Yeah. All right, so
Goblins, Burnsy, get the goblins.
we actually wanted to die roll, which is cool. But our hand is
The first one, so-
our hand is pretty terrible. This is the kind of hand that just doesn't do anything. We have lands and spells, but we have none of our good cards are here. So we're gonna ship this one. Chain Roller is too hard to cast. Too many colorless lands in the deck. His hand's also terrible. So, well, Donut, that's part of the fun of the games, is that like everyone's not great at it. It's fun playing with a nice mix of people who are gamers and not gamers. Like it's a social game, you know. So you have 10 people, you know, and you have like, you know, the boyfriend or girlfriend who doesn't really play games that much, kind of hanging out, or we have the, you know, like the Frank's mom would play sometimes. Having Frank's brother's friends would play who didn't really play games that much. Like it's fun having a really wide mix of people because it makes it very unpredictable. Like, are they gaming you? Are they just being ignorant to how games work? What's going on here, you know? So looking naive can work. I used to talk a lot, and then we actually had one game where I would just die on turn 1 or 2 very often. So I had one game where I literally didn't say a word. I did not speak. I silenced myself for the first day. People were like, Jim, what do you think? And I was just like, I just didn't talk at all, and it got me killed. So, and I was a villager, obviously. But, all right, I guess we're keeping this hand. We're bottoming. Nothing to put in yet, but they don't know that, I suppose. Yeah, the one downside to Werewolf is that when you die, you're out. So for those not familiar with the game, if you get killed in night 1, you're out of the game. You just can't talk about the game or play anymore, and like that kind of sucks. So it's pretty cool that Alex game. Everyone keeps playing the whole time, which is nice. So, all right, yeah, I mean we're just gonna swing in here. Scalding Tarn could be many, many, many things. Alright, so we're going to put in Piledriver. Just cast another Lackey and say go. Yeah, Werewolf is basically the same game as Mafia. I don't know why the theme or whatever is different in different things. We're definitely dead here. End step Brainstorm almost always means a combo deck trying to kill you on turn 2. So, what's up, Vin? The game was called Forsaken Forest. Check it out. The link is there in chat. My buddy Alec made it. It's a combination of Magic and Werewolf. Yeah, a little Legacy Goblins today. I played Goblins in the Classic yesterday for a little funsies. Yeah, it's obviously show and tell. We're just dead. John, I haven't played Secret Hitler, but I know like Frank and Pete and all them have played it before. It seems cool. All right, yeah, we're just gonna be turn 2 again. Yeah, I mean it's not very fun. Goblins does not do well against combo decks. I don't know. I just haven't been having fun in Legacy lately. Like, obviously you're playing Goblins, our deck's underpowered, but, like, there's just a lot of non-games. In the Classic, I punted round 1 against Burn, which really frustrated me, because if I'm playing Goblins, I need to play basically perfectly to have a chance to win. And I just, like, played an extra land when I shouldn't have, and got double priced out of the game. I won the next few rounds. I lost to Reed Duke in round 5, or I guess it was round 5. He was playing Elves in like the circa 2011 feature match. Probably could have won the game 3, maybe. I think I played bad. And then I like lost the last 2 rounds to like all-in combo decks. So I finished 4-4, I guess. Which is obviously not very good. But all right, so turn 2 Emrakul. Very fun. We're going to cut our Tarfires and our Gempalms. And cut down on Ringleader. Mindbreak Trap is like not particularly good, but if they have like a Lotus Petal kind of turn, could maybe do something else. Like they're playing Omniscience, but I think we're just gonna leave it like this. Leaving one Gempalm. There's corner case scenarios where you can kill an Emrakul or a Grizzlebrand. And yeah, we're gonna rock it like this. That's kind of cool, Nikos, that you had a role that resurrected people. The problem is that obviously if you know about the role, you won't do this, but once players were out, they'd often peek and see who was what, or they'd be watching the games and seeing who was was obviously the Wolves wake up at night so they could see who they were. Yeah, I think that like it's a fun group thing when you have other things going on too. So for example, if like you have like a cube draft to the side, the first 8 players out can go cube or play some other game to try and mitigate that. But yeah, it's a very, very fun game, but it is a little shitty when you get knocked out early and can't do anything. We're going to keep this. Matron for Stingscourger is one of our outs too. Oh, I didn't bring a Stingscourger? I'm so stupid. Please tell me I brought it in. Oh, I did. All right, good. Thank God. Thought I missed it. But Matron for Stingscourger is one of our main answers to show and tell, and we have our Cavern of Souls. So we have basically everything we want here. And a fast Lackey draw, so... I think Port is still great. Like, Port, Vial, Wasteland is a big part of why the deck works at all. Alright, so I mean, if you're going to beat a combo deck, Goblin Lackey is usually how you're going to do it. Goblin Lackey plus some sort of hate card. Modern is missing Ringleader, Matron, Wasteland, Rishadan Port, which is the best 4 cards in the deck. So, Preordain goes bottom, top, Wasteland. So we're going to put in Warchief here. We want to save our Matron for the Stingscourger, probably. Yeah, we're just going to cast a lot of stuff. Goblins. If we draw like a non-good goblin next turn, things get a little weird as far as like what should we do with our Matron. We do want to save it for Stingscourger, but we also want to put lethal damage in as fast as possible. I mean, Matron for Piledriver is obviously great here. So that's 9, that's 10, that's 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 18. So I guess we're going to Matron for Piledriver and kill them. I gotta pee really bad. I guess if they force the Matron, we can't really win anymore. But if they force the Piledriver, it's just as bad. I guess we still want the Matron, so I guess we'll... But if they have... Matron Piledriver is lethal. It's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's 18 exactly. I'll just see if they counter it. Alright, they did not. Cool. MBN. Unless my math is wrong, this is lethal, so... And my math's never wrong when I'm playing Goblins. What's up, Goblin Lackey? Busting out the boys. I have a little funsies. Well, Nikos, the problem is we either want to save Matron for Stingscourger so they can't Emrakul us, or kill them. Those are our two options. Ringleader is just like a value card, and getting value here is not really like useful in any way, so. Exacxies. So this hand is like pretty rough. The problem is that in order to Matron for Stingscourger, you usually need to have a Cavern too, because they can draw... Oh, she has they have Grizzlebrand, doesn't matter. Yeah, they have Grizzlebrand, they can draw Force. We're going to keep this. We have Lackey, and we have Matron for Stingscourger if they show and tell. It's not great. No cantrip's bad for us probably, but... Ooh, that's actually an insane draw. Alright, cool. Goblins. Goblins. Turn 3'd. Goblin Lackey will do that. Oh, okay. So you're saying we got a chance here. So we're going to put in Ringleader, assuming that this hits, which it should. A little awkward that Containment Priest turns off our lackeys, but this turns off almost their entire deck. So we're pretty happy with the Priest. We're not going to play it until we have to, obviously. So let's attack and Ringleader and see what happens. Survey says. Can't imagine there are many cards they would have in their deck that would stop this Goblin Lackey. Like Echoing Truth, Hydroblast maybe? No. Alright. Hello. We're gonna Ringleader. Lackey, Sharpshooter, Marshal. So, Marshal. So, kind of awkward. If I had a Cavern here, I would name Human to cast the Priest. The problem is that, okay, we kind of want to hold up Priest so they cast Show and Tell, we can cast the Priest. But we also need to develop our board and actually like get stuff in play. If they do, actually this is fine because if they put an Emrakul, I want to cast Lackey. They put an Emrakul, we can Matron for a Stingscourger off the Show and Tell, and we can just attack them with both Lackeys and put it in play for free, thereby bypassing a Force of Will. I think we're just going to play a land here and play Lackey and say go. You can put in Priest with Show and Tell, but it won't do anything, so... Right, if we just like play a land, if we just like go here, it's like, hey, we have Priest, be aware of that, please. So I kind of like this better. And then ideally, if they go off next turn, we Matron for Stingscourger. If they don't go off next turn, then we can double Lackey, put stuff in, and then just leave up Priest for the rest of the game and say go. So, all right. If they have Sneak Attack here, we're just dead. That's so stupid. Obviously, they have Sneak Attack. God damn it. I mean, they had to have exactly Ancient Tomb, Sneak Attack, Emrakul for our play to be wrong here. So, I guess we're dumb. It doesn't even matter what we get at this point. I should have put the Ringleader in. That was dumb. Oh, I should have put the Priest in. I'm so stupid. Oh, what a screw up. I'm so bad. Not like this. I'm so dumb. Obviously, if they have a red up, they have Sneak Attack. I should have put the Priest in. I mean, like, they could just put it in Emrakul also. But in that case, I could have attacked with Goblin Lackey and gotten... Yeah, I just chucked this game. Yeah, like, obviously, like... That's really frustrating. If I stopped thinking about it for half a second, probably would have been fine, but... Yeah. Nice way to end the stream here. Just straight chuck game 3 of the last match. It's good. It's fun. Yeah. Alright. I mean, we threw it away. Whatever. That's really frustrating. So yeah. Once they play the Ancient Tomb and cast Show and Tell, I was kind of just tunneling on them just playing a land and playing Show and Tell. In which case, we put in our Matron, get our Stingscourger and balance whatever they put in. But once they have the Volcanic Island available too, Sneak Attack looks pretty obvious. So we just put in Priest. They can't counter it. They can't stop it. Now the Priest is in play. If they put in Emrakul by itself, we can still attack with both Lackeys, put a Matron off a trigger, I can get Stingscourger and then bounce it. So that was just a terrible, terrible play. Yeah, returning dawn, opponent had it all, but we played awfully and could have played around it. So how good our opponent's hand was is completely irrelevant. We just threw the game away. Alright. I mean, we let him down. I let him down yesterday. I let him down today. I'm just a bad teammate. What can I say? I played Goblins in the Classic, punted like 2 matches, and we just played this league and punted a match also. Yeah, that was really, really bad. Legacy's hard. Playing on stream is hard. Excuses, etc., etc. Oh, boy. What a way to end. Alright. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, whatever. Alright, so I went 2 and 3. Got turn 1 by Storm twice. Punted against Show and Tell, which is a hard matchup anyway, but we could have won that. Then we lost to the stupid Mono Red Blood Moon deck, which just had like a million Ensnaring Bridges and like Wrath of Gods. So, what are you gonna do? But so that's Goblins. Goblins is still not great in Legacy, unfortunately, as we've just seen. Oh, excuse me. The deck is just under. Whoa, hello. Didn't mean to do that. The deck is still it's still underpowered. If Dominaria, I'm sorry, not Dominaria. If the next set, core set, gives us like a playable Goblin or two. The problem is that like Legacy is just so busted right now. Like all the combo decks are just so stupidly good, but Grixis Delver just keeps them in check because it's like also really good. I don't know. I think Legacy's in a bad spot. I don't like Legacy right now. I don't know what needs to be done to fix it, but there's a lot of non-games. It's like the pillars are like busted combo decks that lose to Delver, stupid Blood Moon Chalice decks, and then like a bajillion fair Deathrite Shaman blue decks. And like everything else is pretty bad. I don't know. Like Deathrite Shaman does not need to be banned for like if Shaman is banned, honestly things probably get worse for Goblins because all the combo decks get better and the reanimator decks get better and Goblins can't beat those decks. So I don't really know. Legacy is just Goblin Chain Roller is really good. Why? Like you can't cast it. It doesn't do much relevant in most of the like it helps none of your bad matchups. It's okay in some of your good matchups. I don't know. The card seems bad to me. Like no good Goblin cards have been printed in years in my opinion, which again is the problem of why the deck isn't very good anymore. Hashtag no new friends, hashtag no new cards. But that's Goblins. It's kind of sad whenever I take one of these trips down memory lane and play Goblins again. I mean, we should have 3-2'd that league probably, but even then, like, the deck's just not that good. And it sucks. I remember the glory days of Goblins being awesome, but those days have passed. So, deck's still, I would consider the deck still playable, but you're definitely handicapping yourself if you choose to play Goblins in a serious Legacy tournament. That stinks, but it's just kind of reality. So, I do think there might be a way to build the deck with Chromox to be faster. I might try that at some point, but I don't know. Goblin Lackey says Whirler's good. Maybe it is. I haven't tried it, obviously, but I tend to hate basically every new Goblin card anyway because I think they all suck. So take it as you will. But yeah, I was considering trying the deck with Chromox to speed it up a bit, like my old extended deck, but who knows. So that's Goblins. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're going to have a short day today. I haven't actually been home in like a week and a half, really. So me, John, and Nicole are going to go out and go skate around at the rink for a bit and get some dinner and some ice cream and stuff. And just going to hang out with my family for the first time in a week and a half, basically. So I'll be on soon. May stream tomorrow. I have 2 long streams coming up on Thursday and Friday for Esper, for Amalek. But yeah, look for more streams, look for more YouTube videos. If you're watching on YouTube, follow. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure you follow there. And I'm going to run the trailer for that game one more time as an outro. And I'll see you guys next time. So probably tomorrow, if not Wednesday, for more streams. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. And that's Goblins. So what are you going to do?